Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent and Vechain. I mean, if there was ever a day in 2021 to get some Vechain, it would be today. Now, obviously, we know what's been going on. We know Elon went on Twitter and melted the markets. But what does that have to do with the value of Vechain? I'll tell you what it does. You have a fantastic opportunity to get Vechain at prices that will probably be the last time that we see Vechain at these prices. So let's get right into it. If you do like the channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Now, you may have just heard of Vechain. You may have just, today someone said, hey, I think Vechain is a good one for you. So what I always encourage you, if it is the first time that you're looking at Vechain or any crypto for that matter, is you jump on their website and you start to look at what they're up to, what they do. Once you do that, click on the white paper and actually understand what the company is about. What's the ecosystem about? How does it all work? Because unless you do that on a day like today, where the price is melted, you'd probably sell too early. On the other hand, when the prices start to go up, you might think that 35 cents Vechain is a great time to sell. You might even think 50 cents Vechain is a great time to sell. The reality is that Vechain during this bull run will go beyond $1. Now, it's not financial advice. I am certainly no financial advisor, but I have researched this very, very thoroughly. And that is what I encourage you to do on a day like today, where the market is down. Know your hands, know what you are holding. And like I mentioned a couple of days ago, when in doubt, zoom out. Zoom out, look at the bigger picture, and you will understand that today's prices for Vechain is an absolute bargain. Now, from a forecasting point of view, VET may struggle to bounce back. This was an article written by Crispus Negaya mentioning, the Vechain price. Elon said that, and Vechain will most likely struggle. So what's really fascinating about these articles on blogs like these is that could not be further from the truth. Vechain is generally one of the first cryptos to bounce back after a Elon tweet or something has gone on in the market. Vechain is the first to bounce back. So I don't know who wrote that, but it could not be further from the truth when it comes to Vechain. Now, again, I want to remind you from the timeline about all the Vechain mainnet launches, what is happening on June 30, all the way to August. It's massive what is going on in the Vechain world. And again, I'm reiterating it because when the prices are good, everyone feels really good about what they've bought. But when the prices are down, all of a sudden you forgot about all this. All of a sudden it's, oh my God, it's going down. It's never recovering. It's over. Just look at what's going on. Look at the timeline. Look at what's happening. And it is phenomenal what is about to happen in the Vechain space. Now, the other hand as well, 7 cryptocurrencies that under $2 that could be the next Bitcoin. This particular article was published a couple of days ago where they mentioned Vechain could be one of those coins that does really, really well over the next coming months. And so they got Dogecoin, Ripple, Cardano, Vechain, Stellar, Tron, and BitTorrent in this particular article that they talk about it. And Vechain is starting to become more and more mainstream as more and more people start to learn about it. Now, would you take a look at this, what a 5-star blockchain looks like from a partnership point of view? I mean, look at all the different organizations that are dealing already and utilizing Vechain. I mean, we've got from Red Bull to BMW. You go through this and there are brands everywhere that you recognize. Travala, Blue Byte, Baby Ghost. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on and on of businesses that are trusting the Vechain blockchain. And again, I mention it, I have told you about this in the past, but it's important on a day like today to really know what you are holding because it is truly, truly, truly phenomenal. Now, the other hand as well, there were talks about Vechain potentially being utilized to assist Tesla, like many other car manufacturers that are going to be utilizing Vechain. So could we see that happen? That would be pretty cool. I've also told you that Ripple and Vechain are talking about future partnerships in the future. So we will wait and see how that all unfolds. But overall, a super exciting blockchain. Really amazing in what they do. We know that Vechain is also heavily involved with the COVID-19, checking and passports and all being done on the Vechain blockchain. Now, this video isn't about whether the vaccine is good or not. This video is about what Vechain is being utilized in the day-to-day lives of businesses all over the world. And that is the key part here. Main adoption of Vechain. Vechain is one of the best blockchains as far as getting adopted by real world case studies and not just fairy tales. Now, at the time of making this video today, the price was at 16 cents, 16.6, and obviously tradingview.com have got it on a neutral at the moment because of the, just because of the nature of what has occurred today. But if we look at the charts and we look at what's going on and we look what's happening and we look at, what happened and when we hit 16 today, we broke out of this, which would have been, 24 hours ago, this would have been a perfect chart, but that goes out the window because obviously we dipped below the 19 mark. But I mean, from a blockchain, everything that you knew 24 hours ago is still extremely valid. So from a price point of view about where we're going in May, as I've mentioned, I think 36 to 50 cents Vechain in May is highly likely. Just because it's the 13th of May doesn't mean you write off everything and you write off cryptocurrency and you chuck it all in the bin like, this is the end of the bull run. Far from it. Remember what you hold. And I think, from a price point of view, as we go further, 70 cents, some from an analytical point of view and some charts would look at that and be like, so what we see happen in the charts at the moment, like going 70 to $1, of course, on a day like this, all the targets get reduced, oh no, we're not going to hit $1 now because this happened. No, far from it. Of course, here you can see that end of bull run would be, 70 cents and 80 cents, but that is definitely not the case on what is going on. So we had obviously, the Elon effect happen, and that drove us, in the red arrow. However, where we're going to and what is happening over the course of the next couple of months is that $1 Vechain at the absolute least, $1 to $1.50 Vechain can also be very realistic throughout this bull run. And so for me, nothing changes. We've had a price correction. You've got a couple of options now. If you've been holding, simply hold. There's nothing, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to sell at 16 cents and then come back. No, just hold. You're fine. If you've been thinking about Vechain and you've been looking for Vechain, it is one of the last chances to get it at this price. You will never, once it takes off, you will never see Vechain in under 20 cents. Ever. You will never see it. And it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But I just know, what is happening in Vechain and I know what we're up to and how the price is going to move very quickly. And if you miss, you'll find yourself buying Vechain at 40 cents or 50 cents or even $1 in the not too distant future. And it's really important to tell you that because on a day like this, it's the day that you take the opportunity. If you don't take the opportunity today, you will kick yourself and you'll find yourself purchasing it at a much higher price. So where can we go from here? Until yesterday, for me, $1.10 to $1.70 is absolutely not out of the question. Super solid. It's an amazing organization. They got so much going on. And for me, what's really important on a day like today is to know what you hold. That is really the main point of today, especially when it comes to Vechain. If you're having a meme coin and all that, we're not even going to talk about meme coins today, but if you don't know what you hold, you will sell it for the wrong price. And that probably is the main factor that I wanted to come across on today's video. Because if you knew how good Vechain is and how good Vechain will be in the future, today you would not even look at your phones. You wouldn't even look at the charts because you know what you hold. So if you did learn something new today, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I'd love to know your feedback. I'd love to know what you think. What are your thoughts about Vechain? Has the recent dip, clouded your judgment? What price points are you thinking of taking profits. I love to know what the community is thinking when it comes to something as amazing as Vechain. But as always, thank you all so very much for all the support and love and passion and comments that you share on the channel. And I look forward to see you on the next one.